Los Angeles on D. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
With a much bigger man guarding him, that's not an easy shot to get off. Never mind to knock down. Terrific basket.
For three, Kobe. That doesn't go either for Bryant.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them two chances at the free throw line here. Guys, we see teams taking a more data-driven approach. Analytics now, a big part of things. You see that in the front office. And Steve, that brings in some new faces.
Yeah, in fact, in the last 2 years, over a third of the NBA teams have hired new decision makers. So only a couple played in the league, the majority being, more of the analytical types. So there's definitely been a sea change in terms of NBA leadership.
Pass to Barry from deep three-point range, and again, no good by the Lakers. They get a hand on it, and so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
And for basketball lifers looking for roles in front offices, I think it's natural to feel threatened by the influx of more analytical minds. The feeling is, and I think it's an accurate one, that those analytical minds are favored because a lot of the owners come from a similar educational background in terms of being comfortable with numbers and wanting to measure things more and attach value to measurements as opposed to feel and experience of playing.
Pippen kicks to Harper.
Well, they're not going to get back into this game when they commit frustration fouls like that one.
How about exasperation fouls? I mean, that's what it looks like to me. It's an indication of the kind of game they've been having.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Blunt, who's checked in for O'Neal. Johnson comes in for Horry. And Smith subbed in for Bryant. Los Angeles making a switch here. Bryant's checked in. Bushler misses off the right iron.
Well, I don't think the math guys are going away anytime soon in the NBA. I think the best organizations kind of take a holistic approach. They incorporate advanced stats and cap specialists, but there's also a lot of thought in terms of players who fit and experience and youth. It really is kind of one big concoction. They have to box out better than that. I mean, that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
And here's Kobe for three. Longley grabs the miss.
And I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL.
Here's Bryant. Again, the miss by Bryant. Here's Sally. Back to Pippen. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Sally's shot is good.
Another fast break score for them, and they've really made the most of their transition game. It's fun to watch.
And you stack it up against what they've given up, and you have to like what you see if you're a fan of these guys. Boy, the defense just backing off, begging him to take that shot.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
James Edwards checked in for Sally. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Shaq is checked in for Eldon Campbell. Kobe, that's for two. Releases from the wing and drills it. Kobe's got 25 points in the game. Harper with the ball. Pippen is doubled. Out left to the wing. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
You know, the NBA continues to get better at analyzing data and charting game results. Shouldn't surprise you that players shoot better off the catch than they do off the dribble. It's a big reason passing and ball movement tends to be more effective than one-on-one isolation play.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Now Shaq. Kobe passes to Johnson. Off the mark and a bad shot there. And Clark, you mentioned the value of passing over isolation basketball. The term has even arisen for that one-man approach. They call it, Steve, hero ball.
Yeah, I think Doc Rivers may have made up that phrase. I love it. It's so true. You can't win with hero ball. You really have to share the basketball. The game is meant to be played with 5 players moving, passing, cutting, and sharing the ball, creating good shots for each other.
Harper kicks to Edwards to the left side wing. Outside Harper. Shoots over Shaq. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Kobe dishes to Smith. Los Angeles with another miss. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to make the easy pass. Somebody's open, throw it to them. When you do that multiple times, the game starts to find a flow to itself.
Harper with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. They get it again. The kick out to Harper. Jacks up a three. Another miss by Harper. And here comes Kobe. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Chicago. They're on an 11-2 run. Edwards passes to Bushley. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
From deep. Again, the miss by Bryant.
It's like he's just trying to showcase his range, but he could probably get a better shot at that possession.
Yeah, he sure could. It doesn't do you any good if you miss it from that deep. Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Some changes for Chicago. Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. Simpkins comes in for James Edwards. And Kerr subbed in for Harper. And the Lakers also making a switch. Barry's checked in.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for the Bulls. Kobe.
Oh, are you kidding?
That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Here's Kukoc. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Now here's Johnson. The drive by Bryant. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Good game for Kobe. He's got 27 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense. Well, the old days of the dollar-for-dollar luxury tax are gone. The new, more punitive luxury tax really changing the way the league does business. Teams like the Knicks and the Lakers and the Celtics, high-revenue teams, they're not nearly as willing to go into that tax anymore. So it Really has kind of leveled the playing field.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And Steve, you mentioned the new luxury tax, and Clark and I talk about it all the time. It's an incremental system. Clark, you know, it starts at 150% above the $15 million over the cap. The tax is 325%.
And Kevin, that's before you get into the repeater penalties. If a team pays the luxury tax 4 out of 5 seasons in a row, you tack on another 100%. Those numbers could even affect big market teams.
Fisher's checked in for the Lakers.
I'll tell you, he's really carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's almost always good news for them.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 19-5 run. Here's Jordan. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Jordan's got 40 points.
Impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
On the wing, Bryant, guarded by Pippen. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Bryant's shot is off.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
And Jordan gets it to go.
He is just eating this team alive with his offense. It's been a matchup nightmare.
From deep three-point range. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference.
You know, it's such a treat to watch the game for a living. It doesn't stand still. It keeps evolving. And as we see the leadership changing hands, a new commissioner, new owners, I think that process will continue. And hopefully they'll strike that balance between preserving the tradition of the game while also continuing to attract new fans.
And that one falls for Harper.
Ron Harper at the line for 2.
That one is no good.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Here's Fisher. Blunt passes to O'Neal. Johnson kicks to Kobe. Kicks it out to Johnson. They need this. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line.
Shooting for Chicago.
Obviously, he's not afraid of physical play, but he still needs to play in control.
And he definitely wasn't in control that time. Everybody in the building knew it was an over-the-back call.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. Here's Blunt.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
Clark, the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
1:03 left to play in the final quarter. And Jordan gets it to go.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Offensive rebound. From deep. Dennis Rodman pulls it in.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
The shot by Jordan, no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The drive by Bryant. Kicks it out to Johnson. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Bryant, that's for 2. Shaq kicks to Kobe. Over Jordan. Gets the bucket.
The turnaround jumper, that was a thing of beauty.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided